Hey guys, DJ, GuildMaster, Westmoreland Gamers Guild, back again with Samurai Greg. We're still in the middle of Historicon prep. The recording of this, that put a timestamp on it, is 2 weeks before the event. So I'm playing my Americans over here, Mechanized Company, versus the Samurai Shot Company. So we rolled up the missions. So my thought process for the event is if I play against Warsaw, I try to pick attack and maneuver.
Right.
If I play against NATO, I pick defend. I think it's a 4-round event, but you can only pick the same one once. I think the fourth one you probably get to pick whatever. That's my thought process for my army. So let's go over the Samurai's list here, because you're going to be the attacker.
Right.
We rolled in counter, and you picked this side of the table, which we'll go over in a second. So go ahead and go over your shot company. Like I said, it's pretty small, but T-80s are expensive.
Yeah, I mean, my T-80 HQ for the company. 3 T-80s, they're 29 points.
Yeah.
2 T-80s, that's 19 points.
Yeah.
I downgraded the BMP shot company to BMP2s to save points.
Okay.
4 of them. 4 infantry stands, 3 RPGs, and then 2 spandrels.
Okay. And I think everything in the shot company has hit on 4s, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I think everything except for your spandrels. Because I think your infantry are hit on 4s too, aren't they? Well, that's not shot company cards, but.
Oh yeah, no. I'll shoot. Okay.
We'll look in the book, but
yeah,
I
thought
I know for a fact that T-80s are, and I can tell you with my force, because that's literally it. That's 74 points.
Yeah.
My force, I don't have anything really to deal with the T-80s until later in the game.
And I know I kind of slap lists together because since we always meet, but I want to try to do a 74-point list, a 90, and just play the heck out of it and don't do anything to it.
Right, and honestly, T-80s are rough tanks to deal with.
Right.
Even for dedicated NATO players. So that was the Samurai's list. Mine's the one you've been seeing a lot lately. So it's a mechanized company. It's 2 companies. It's a mechanized company and it's a combined arms heavy company. So in the combined arms heavy company, my primary company is actually the Mech per the event. So I have 2 groups of 4 RDLFTs, 1 command, and then 1 9th Motor Division Scout platoon. Then going over to my Mech company, I have 2 full-strength platoons, 1 with an extra dragon, command obviously, 3 mortars, a scout 1-3 section, and then 4 patents. And that's the primary company. And then in support, 4 Lav ADs, and then 2 Air Cobras, just with the TOW 1s. I figured folks are going to have a lot of AA, if anything, maybe 1 or 2 units, and if I can use enough of my stuff here to neutralize AA early, my Air Cobras should run the table, or do very good. So right now, we're going to go into, this is the board here, just a big old superhighway going through. There's a lake here. Just buildings along the highway, some crop fields over this way, some trees, some opener areas like behind buildings, and that's about it. Just a quick throw together battlefield. Today it's just me and the samurai. Other guys might not be coming until later. We're gonna go over. We both have put 60% of our or 40% of our force in reserves, which I'm still having a hard time deciding what goes in reserves, depending on the mission. And then after that, we roll to see who actually goes first, and they have meeting engagement in random time of day. So when we come back, we'll have our army set up. We'll go over deployment, and then we'll go into the game.
Right on.
So Paul showed up, or the Wolfman. So we went and did our things. The samurai put objective here and here. I placed one by the oil because that's what America does. And I placed one by the beach. I was going to try putting that little island, but it wasn't. It was not far enough back from our deployment zone. We still have to. It's going to be daytime. We still have to roll see who has first turn. But I placed my M60s in reserve, my 1 mech platoon, and my Lav ADs. Everything else will start on the board. The only bad part is if I get first turn, all my stuff counts as moving. I feel like I need my spearhead against the samurai, and then samurai Because of how small you are, these small point games are really challenging. What did you put in reserve?
My reserves are going to be the BMP2s, the shocks,
Okay.
my spandrels, and I'm probably going to regret it. I put my HQ in reserve.
Okay. So then you're starting with like 2 units on the board.
Yeah, my 2 T80s and the 3 T80s.
And I'll have a lot, but let's see who goes first. So starting with the attacker, start placing units within 12 inches. When we come back, we'll have our deployments, and we'll let you know who's going first. So we got our deployment. Samurai, go ahead, go over your deployment.
My deployment was real easy. 3 T80s, 2 T80s.
Okay. Mine was a little more complex. I did a little tiny spearhead here, but then I'm like, I don't want to put my stuff way out in the open. So I have some mechs of the commander here, guys loaded up. Mortars on this objective, commander and LEF on this objective with the scouts, air cobras behind the building, and these RDLFTs all along the side to run up the side. I guess I have to try to, like, as funny as it sounds, mob the Soviet player.
You're going to have to, because I don't think I'm going to get enough shots off to
right, and then
break you, so.
Well, it's going to be harder hitting you because you are hitting 4s now.
Right.
The problem is you have 2 objectives really spread out.
Yeah.
So this is where it's going to be kind of weird. Like, one of us is going to have to go on offense and one's going to go on defense. The bad part is delayed scattered.
Yeah.
So, like, I think scattered is they'll come along 3 areas, and obviously we don't roll till turn 3.
Right.
But we do roll to see who goes first, and
Yes.
that's going to dictate who shoots. Because if you go first, you have meeting engagement. So everything.
Remember the last time we did this? We had a game.
Yeah.
We were playing it open. Remember, I lined everything up, and
Yeah.
and then you got first turn.
Yeah.
And it was a quick
Yeah.
game, so.
Well, like a lot of my stuff, especially this army, if I end up going first, I can't shoot a lot of my equipment.
Right.
I can't use my helicopters. I can't use my missiles. So let's roll, and whoever gets the roll up by the lake here. So, damn it. I think the highest is first.
Yeah.
Highest automatic.
Yep.
Yep. Go
So-
first, bro.
I gotta.
Have fun with that 20 armor.
Yeah, I know. All right. We'll be back after American turn 1. Don't have much of a choice. These guys repositioned. These guys kind of like dashed up to there to get behind cover. I don't want to leave myself exposed yet. These guys just kind of play with their thumbs. I didn't move all of them. I already kind of was moving, so I moved over. Because he's shot company, I need 6s to hit him. Only because of he's gone to the ground and there's brush field in the way. But I did get I would have side armor shots, but they both missed. Humvees and the other platoon just kind of pushed up into the crop field behind the oil tanks. And then the air cobras just flew up and got in the side in preparation for hopefully next turn I can start launching tows into like the side and the back of T-80s. That's American turn 1. Not very much going on. I do like the smaller point levels on the normal size tables. You have a lot more room to play. We're going on to Shot Company turn 1. So you have I was getting a turn 1 for the Shot Company. You did blow up one of my 1-3s. I bounced it from him to the regular thing, so I have the toe left. You fired over here, missed the one guy in the front. You just kind of moved over a little bit
Yeah.
to try to center up, and then you did fire at these guys and missed.
Right.
Okay, we're going on to turn 2. Now my air cobras can hopefully start lighting some people up. Still, I'm hitting you on 4s, which will be not too bad.
Right.
I can start maneuvering on, hopefully, one of the objectives. We'll be right back. End of American turn 1. So these guys kind of terrain dashed up here. 2 of them failed to make it. 2 made it into the woods. So I'm on the objective, but I don't count as scoring it at all. His buddy here, even with the reroll from the commander, broke and run. So there's a unit destroyed. My mortars stayed in place, self-ranging and dropped smoke across the front of this group of T-80s. I'm hoping he doesn't see the lake and drives into it. These guys kind of stayed in place and did nothing. Over here, the scouts aggressively pushed up behind the oil drum. The RDLTs kind of pushed up. One guy couldn't quite make it behind the trees, so he aimed this direction. Air Cobra stayed in place, hit one of the T-80s and knocked it out. So we did get rid of one of the steel beasts. So we're going on to Soviet turn 2. We'll be back. I could have. All right, so that was the end of Soviet turn 2. So, Samurai, tell us what you ended up doing. You made some hard decisions. At first, you thought it was over. But
yeah, and then I'm just trying to contest the objectives, hopefully.
Until the rest of your force comes on.
Won't be a whole lot of guys, but it'll be enough.
Right.
So I shot 2 T-80s up here just to contest this.
Yep.
And then I swung these guys from over here.
Well, they were over here, so they were
over here.
They were right there, and then you drove through the gap to here. Originally, you were going to push down this way to put pressure on this objective, but if you would have done that,
I was opening up objective for you. So
yeah, I would have won right there because I'm within 4 in the woods over there. Now you're contesting it, and then you did knock out a Humvee with the tow.
Right.
So now we're going on to turn 3. So now I literally have to kill those 2 T-80s to hopefully get that objective.
Right.
I do get to roll for reserves, so we'll see what comes in. Depending what it is, I'm probably going to try to roll for my M60s.
Right.
Because then I actually have some more firepower. No, not on a 4. All right, guys, we're going to American turn 3. We'll see if I can't still try to put this in the bag. So, obviously no reserves came for Americans. These guys kind of moved around a little bit to get more behind cover, so they blitzed over. Still no shots on these 2. Humvees moved behind the oil tank. RELTs, they blitzed, and then they moved up around to get into line of sight of those 2 T-80s. 3 of them had shots. The Indy 5s, one just caught him, and I rolled firepower and blew him up. And then the other T-80... My Air Cobras, these guys anti-aircraft at them, but didn't hurt them, like missed. Both shots missed, needing 4s. These guys here, ones that could kind of moved up to help get closer on the objective to help hold it. So now we're going on to Soviet turn 3. You do have a reserve roll, so you want to go ahead and roll it and see what happens?
Nothing, a 1.
Oh no! All right, so we're going on to Soviet turn 3. You do have a leadership, but
I do.
We'll see what happens. We'll be back. That was the end. That was a quick game, guys. So Samurai, he rolled leadership, and the dude ran away. And then we just obviously called because next turn I would just start on the objective and it would be over. Good game.
Yeah.
We were talking maybe if you start your infantry on instead.
Right.
Of all your tanks.
Yeah.
But other than that, like you were just up against it. Like even though you had to go through my objectives, you were on the back foot from the get-go just because of your size of your army.
Right. But yeah, thanks. I haven't been here for a while, and I got a chance to play a game. Thanks for crushing my soul. But other than that, you know.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, Wolfman and you're gonna have a game up next, so we can get you another one in. We'll clean this up. Alright guys, this will be a short video. I'll probably try to get this up quick. If you like what we're doing, you guys know that whole thing. Like, share, subscribe. All those going to be at Historicon. I'll be walking around. It'll be me. You'll see this smiling mug. Just look for the very large man.
My eyes are already bleeding.
I know, right? That's why I'm on camera too often. You'll see a very large man, almost portly, wearing Westmoreland Gamers Guild shirts the entire time. So
All of the Westmoreland Gamers.
all the colors, I have all of them. I'll have to give you guys some. But alright guys, till next time, this is the Guildmaster with
Samurai Greg
and Wolfman, and we'll be back. Or actually, we'll see you next time. Keep your powder dry.